Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Sunday. It's time for coffee chat. We are live and online. It snowed here last night. It's really pretty. Good morning, everyone. I'll wait for you guys to catch up with the fact that I am online, and then we're just going to jump right in. So, a couple things. If you are a creeper and you're looking for a date and you think that this is the place to talk to people, please just go away. We are banning and blocking. The creepers are out in full force. We have people that are imitating this page, people that are trying to get you to sign up for giveaways, people that are trying to get you to put your credit card information in. So let me just give you an announcement. I do not send friend requests. I do not message people individually on Facebook. We do not ask for your credit card information. We do not do giveaways. There is a warning posted on our page, and we continue to update it. So please, if people are trying to, friend you from this page, just ban and block, ladies. Ban and block, and gentlemen too. We do have some respectable gentlemen that follow us, so please ban and block, and beware of creepers. So we have noticed that I get distracted because I'm trying to block and ban while I'm talking, and then I lose my train of thought. So Tracy's with us this morning, commenting underneath here as the Working Single Mom page. She is banning and blocking this morning, as well as going to post some helpful links for us as we get started. So we're going to start our podcast, people. Good morning, Janet. Go ahead and take a look at theworkingsinglemom.com, you guys. Make sure you check out the Spotlight feature. Amy Colby was our Spotlight of the month. For this month, actually, we're going to have two. Jude Berry is going to be our second one, and Tracy will be interviewing her at some point, maybe this weekend. Good morning, Kirsten. Hi, Sarah. Hi, everybody. Good morning. So we're going to jump right in. We are still taking nominations for our Spotlight feature, so just to cover that really quickly. Any lady that you want to nominate, there's Amy Jean Colby, our Spotlight feature. She was our inaugural Spotlight feature. So congratulations to Amy. So with that, we do a little interview of you. We do a little write-up of you, and then we send you a little swag bag. Amy, yours is coming. We also got these certificates of achievement made up. Can you guys see that? All right. So we are giving you a certificate of magnificence and telling you that you are magnificent, and we are cheering you on. So the people that we choose, that get nominated, and we choose them for our Spotlight feature, you'll get this handy dandy certificate that you can frame. We're just making up a celebration of you just because we can, because we have over 1 million people following us, and why not? So, and with that certificate, we send you a swag bag. Tracy and Kim and I just had some swag made. What's backwards? What's Tracy saying is backwards? Oh, the certificate's backwards. I thought she was saying I was backwards. I'm like, how can I be backwards? Okay, see, clearly I need to drink this. Okay, the certificate was backwards, but you get the idea of what it looks like. Anyway, we're celebrating people just because we can. They don't have to be a single mom. They don't even have to be a mom. They do have to be a lady because women are our main demographic. So we are looking for women that you want to celebrate. And we are hoping that you will nominate. And we are hoping that you will help us to celebrate them by going to the website and reading the little interviews. And we're hoping that this feature catches on, and with it we can share more good news with people, and we can just celebrate people because there's so much other stuff going on in the world right now. All right, so that's my laundry list of things we need to cover as far as logistics. So let's jump right in. The past several weeks we've been talking about be, do, have. And we've been talking about that it's really ultimately more important how you are being than what you are doing, and that allows you to attract what you want. So that's the have part, right? Someone saying they love our page and it resonates with them. They're not a mom and they're not single. It's okay. We love all of you. We are happy to have everyone following us and joining in on the fun. Okay, so I really, before we keep talking about like goals and affirmations and how to create the life that you want, I really want to crack into this thing about how where you're vibing at is bringing you what you've got in your life right now, and it will bring you your future. And so I'm gonna take another crack at this, because I think it's understood in its best form. It's a very high level concept, because if you really understand what I'm saying, then you would have to recognize that everything in your life up until this point and everything in the past, that you somehow brought that to you. And I know for people that have had experiences that they don't like in the past, that's going to be a hard one to swallow. So we're going to save that for another day. This morning, we're going to talk about what to do about it. So your emotions are bringing you what you have now, what you had, and what your future is. Let's just say, and we talked about this last week, if you are doing good work, like you're making goals lists and you're writing affirmations and you have all this collateral that is like you're gonna get your life from here to there, all right? But if you're waking up in a state of fear, anger, discouragement, blame, worry, any of that, frustration, irritation. Tracy, will you post the chart? Tracy's going to post you so there's an emotional scale. We like the one from the Law of Attraction from the book. That's an emotional scale. It will help you guys see kind of like what's the lowest and what's the highest. So if you have all this collateral, you could be armed with workbooks and classes and affirmations and pads of paper and lists, and you could be spending hours a day trying to hammer this stuff into your brain. However, if your emotional state is one of fear and angst and terror and worry and aggravation and anger. Tracy, there's someone named Lucas. Never mind, I blocked him. Again, guys, if you're on here and you're trolling for dates, we are, like they said in the Star Wars movie, these are not your droids. We are not your audience. Just go away. Save us all the trouble of having to ban and block you and distract us from the work at hand. Just go find someone else's page to troll on. If you're waking up in a state of turmoil, if you're feeling frightened, conflicted, anxiety-ridden, all of that, no matter how much good work you do with all of your lists and collateral and books and tapes and all of that, you're gonna get nowhere. Because if you are worried and that's your emotional state, you're attracting worry and more things to worry about. If you're angry, if you're aggravated, if you're sad, if you are in grief, if you're feeling unworthy, that's what you're attracting, okay? So unworthy, that's how you're feeling, that's at your core. You say every day in the mirror, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am this, but you don't feel it in your gut. Instead, you feel like you're lying to yourself, or you feel like you're a fail, blah, 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 whatever. Feeling unworthy, attracting unworthy. Feeling angry, attracting angry. Feeling scared, attracting things to be afraid of. Blaming people, attracting blame, okay? Feeling insecure, attracting reasons to be insecure. This this is like really a high level thing because it's hard to swallow that we really are the creator of all of it. I get that that's hard to swallow. So what I'm trying to do over these last few weeks, and I think we're going to need a few weeks more to just keep cracking into this, is wake you up to how you are feeling. Not what you're doing. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Last week I asked you to see into what do you wake up every morning? Like when you wake up and you put your foot on the floor, what is your first thought? Is it, this is a magnificent life, everything I require is coming to me at the perfect moment, it's all taken care of, everything's in order? Or is your first thought, oh my God, I can't, I'm tired, is that your first thought? Because whatever that is, whatever you are waking up into the middle of, that's what you're bringing to you for the day. Your emotions, are your attraction set point. The law of attraction is universal. It's a universal law. It doesn't know words. It doesn't know the do. It only knows the be. Your attraction set point is whatever you are vibrating out from your being, whatever is coming out of you. What the hell is that? Because that's what you're bringing to you in droves. Okay? This is not easy. This is not like you're going to hear this conversation and read a book or whatever and it's all going to be, no. It's not like that. I've been studying this shit for 42 years now. 42 years. And I still have periods where I'm like absolutely worried, absolutely panicked, absolutely filled with anxiety about something. And I have to say to myself, like, oh shit, I'm going to end up bringing this to my doorstep. Okay? So I'm thinking that people are asking me how to change it and what to do about it. So I'm thinking that the first thing to have you guys do is recognize it, because you can't change or alter anything that you can't even see. Okay? So if you're waking up and you're unconscious as to how you are feeling and what your emotions are, the first thing we've got to do is wake you up enough to recognize it. Jennifer's asking, is there ever a healthy place for fear or anxiety? So Jennifer, it's like this. It's not like those thoughts are never going to come, because they are. It's like dwelling on them is vibing with them. So you could have a fear-based thought or an anxiety-based thought or a worry-based thought, and you could say, oh, hello, thank you for sharing, stand over there, not today. Different from I have a fear-based thought or an anxiety-driven thought, and I'm like, oh, come in, sit down, here, have some coffee, have a scone, let's talk. Oh my God, I know, I have so much to worry, okay? Different. Hello, stand over there, not today, or come on in, sit down. Let's really get into all the things I'm worried about and all the fears I have and all the bullshit. Let's just, please, just come in, pull up a chair, get a table, okay? So training yourself to be cognizant of your emotions and to learn to check your emotions, right, is like wake up to that. Like, okay, you wake up and you've decided you're gonna work really hard to like vibe at like, woo, new day, new opportunity, all right. And then you look at your phone and you bounced a check, or you look at your phone and a bill is due that you didn't expect and you have no idea how you're gonna pay it, or your kid just pissed you off, okay? And now we're like, oh my God, now you're gone. I call it going down the rabbit hole. When we used to be able to go live and into cities and do some training work, which Tracy and Kirsten from our staff is watching as well this morning, and so we used to be able to see people in person and talk about this, and I call it going down the rabbit hole, right? because you can look in the rabbit hole and be like, oh, no thank you, I'm not going down there. Or you can be like Alice in Wonderland and whoop, now you're gone. Once you're gone, once you go down the rabbit hole, once you're in the, once you're down there with Alice, it's a lot harder to it's a lot harder to climb back out. Okay? It's a lot easier to go like, oh, hello, no thank you. I'm going the other way today. So this is your first, we'll call this the first line of defense against this bullshit, all right? So your first line of defense is wake up as to how you are feeling, what you are coming from, what is the emotional state that you are in most of the time. Wake up to that. Be cognizant of it. Recognize it. And categorize it, okay? Tracy posted this. This is the one I'm holding in my hand is from the lawofattraction.com. There is a slate of emotional states, right? At the very bottom is fear, grief, despair, and powerlessness. Right above that is unworthiness. At the top is joy, appreciation. Under that is passion, enthusiasm, positive expectation, even hopefulness, even contentment. So anything from like contentment up is pretty good. Even boredom is higher than disappointment, and discouragement is higher than unworthiness, and pretty much anything is higher than fear, grief, despair, and powerlessness. Okay? So let's try to get you guys to just recognize, where are you? And then, I was talking about Gabby Bernstein's book last week, Super Attractor. She suggests in there that you see where you're at and then choose a thought that's a little bit higher than the one that you're in. So for instance, if you find that you're waking up in fear and despair every morning, you could get to discouragement, and that's actually 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually 4 or 5 stages higher, okay, than despair. And somebody just asked me if you can be more than one at the same time. Sure. Here's the thing about that. Your set point comes from your emotional state. That is your set point for what you're attracting. So if you are all over the place on the map of emotions, you can imagine what this is going to look like, right? How the hell am I going to give you anything back that looks like that? What are you going to get back? This is what you're going to get in your life, okay? So it'd be better to pick one and vibe there, and then continually try to elevate yourself. So if like sometimes you're feeling fear and unworthiness is actually higher than fear. And then jealousy and hatred and anger are actually higher than unworthiness. So if you are jealous of what someone else's life looks like and you are coming out of that place, there's my brother. Hi, Rick. If you're coming from that place, that's what you're bringing back to you, right? You're going to bring back things to be jealous about, people being jealous of you. What you put out there is what you're going to get. The law of attraction is a set law of the universe. You cannot argue about it. You cannot take it to court. You cannot file a claim against it. The law of attraction is a law. And it says that wherever my emotional state, whatever my vibration is, like how I am and the state of emotion that I put out into the world is what I'm going to bring back to me. So I think you guys get that whole point, right? So here's the thing. We have to find a way to vibe from how we want it to be. Okay? So you're here. you are working on creating a life that's here, you say to yourself, when I get there, I'm going to be a happy mofo for no reason. I'm going to sing and dance and I'm going to have so much money and it's all going to be great and I'm going to feel... That's what you say to yourself. You know how I know? Because I still do that to myself with certain milestones that I want to hit. I'm like, oh, when I get this or when I do that, then I will feel this way. Then I don't say then I'll be happy because I'm a pretty happy person. But I say to myself, well, when we get, someone to pay attention to what we're doing in the Weekend Wall Street Journal and write an article about the work that we do with the working single mom, then I'll know that, blah, blah, blah. That's one of the things I say to myself, by the way. Which is different than sitting here going, we freaking do amazing work. We've got a following of over 1 million people. We're helping people. Every day we get emails about how we're helping people, and we're doing it for free. And that's a different, I feel like that anyway, but I still have milestones that I want us to get to, right? And I know everyone on my team does as well. And just for those of you that pop in and out and you don't know me and the first time you're seeing me, I actually have a job. I actually have a company, a communications consulting company. That's how I make my living. And the Working Single Mom is a brand that my company owns. And everything we do through that, we do all of our content and offer all of our content for nothing. So just so you're clear. I don't have hidden motivation by sharing this stuff with you. I'm not trying to get you to sign up for a class. I'm not trying to do anything. From time to time, I will publish a book. We'll put it up for sale on Amazon. And we use that money to order swag that we give away and things like that. So just a little side note about how this all works with me. So the trick is, okay, goals. Jennifer's asking, goals mean nothing unless your actions and intentions vibe with the goals. Bingo, Jennifer, you've got it. Bingo, bingo, bingo. So the trick is to get your emotional state in that place that it would be if you were where you want to go. So let's just talk about, let me see, what's the best way to talk about this to you? Let's talk about weight, all right? Natalie, is this church? No, ma'am, this is not church. And we are not any denomination, and we are no particular anything. We are just a girl, which is me, who's lived 52 years and has a ton of life experience being a working single mom and practicing prosperity principles since I was 12 years old. So, yeah, we're not church, kids. Anyway, maybe not. Natalie's sad that we're not church. I'm sorry, Natalie. We are inspiring, though, right, ladies? You can tell Natalie, you can assure her that we are inspiring, we are motivational, and we are positive, but we are not a church. Okay, so let's use weight as an example. Let's say you're overweight and you have a goal weight in mind, and every morning you are waking up and you are feeling overweight and you are feeling shitty about yourself, and you think to yourself, when I lose 20 pounds, I'm going to love myself. Then I'm going to feel great about myself. Then my life is really going to click because I've lost 20 pounds. Tracy, somebody's asking if you can post the workbook link. And then someone's also asking about rewatching. Guys, you can watch the replay of this. It'll be up on the Facebook page and it stays there. You can go under our video section on Facebook and you can find every single coffee chat we've ever done. You can also get the audio of this podcast on our podcast channel. And so Tracy can post the link for that as well. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? So I'm let's just say I'm a person, I'm overweight, I feel shitty about myself, I have clothes that I want to fit into that I don't currently fit into, let's say, and I'm thinking to myself, when I lose 20 pounds, then I'm going to be happy, then I'm going to be nicer to people, then I'm going to be in a good mood, then I'm going to feel like I have my shit together. So what the law of attraction says is that if I can get the vibe that I imagine I'll have after I lose the 20 pounds, then I will bring to me the weight loss and everything that goes with it a hell of a lot faster. Because if you are waking up feeling shitty, feeling overweight, and you are worried about that, and you are constantly trying to figure out how you're going to fix it, what you're going to do, and that's a vibe, right? Rather than, I've got a plan, I know I'm executing it, I'm working on it, and start to manifest the emotion that you would have after you got to your goal. It works for anything, but let's just say in regard to finances also, right? Let's say you have a particular amount of income every month, you have goals, you have ideas, you have possible ways to bring more money into your life. However, you're constantly worried. You're constantly like, you know what you want to do, you know what your goal is, you know what your vision is for your income, but you are constantly in your head like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? How am I going to... Okay? I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I know you do. And even after 42 years of practicing this shit, I still do it. Okay? So, and then you think, if only my income was blah, 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 then I'd be good. Then I'd be waking up like, yeah, I got this. It's all good, right? Okay, so if you could figure out a way to get yourself into that vibe up there, well, it still looks the way it looks right here. This is how you're going to bring stuff faster to you. Someone's asking me, how can you feel okay in lockdown? It is what it is. It is how it is. We can't control what's out there, you guys. You can't control, the states of emergency and the lockdowns and the this and the that. You can control everything about this. You can control your response. You can control whether you're happy or joyful. This emotional range, you control this. You do. I don't control your emotions. You do. The circumstance doesn't control your emotions. You do. If somebody pisses in your cornflakes, you get to decide if that ruins your day or not. That's up to you. That's not the day. That's not the person. Okay? People are telling me the lockdown has caused desperation and things like that. I get that. Again, that's a choice. That feeling of desperation is a choice. Amy's saying use the lockdown to your advantage, go inward. You get to choose. I'm not saying that things don't look a mess out there in the world right now, because I get that they totally do. What I'm saying is you control your response. And I see someone here is talking about depression. Yeah, if you are a person that's clinically depressed or there's something going on there, you should definitely do whatever you need to do to mitigate that with your doctors, therapists, whatever. I am not a doctor. I am not a therapist. We are not giving medical advice here, folks. We are saying that if it's just an attitude adjustment, you have control over it. If it's a chemical imbalance or something medical, that is not my area, and you should definitely seek the help that you require to mitigate that kind of stuff. What I'm talking about is people that are, to whom they're giving their energy and attention to things that they don't want to manifest more of. If you feel like that's out of your control and you can't get a hold of yourself, perhaps that's a deeper issue, and that is not what I'm addressing here, just to be clear. So what I'm saying to you this morning, and I will speed it up and close us out because we've been talking for 30 minutes. The emotions that you envision that you will have when your life is everything that you want it to be, you've got to get those emotions into your psyche now. You've got to make that shit up. You've got to manufacture enthusiasm, excitement, positive expectation, eagerness, happiness, passion, joy, appreciation, all of that. You've got to do the things that will get you in that place. So if it's have a dance party in your kitchen, do that. If it's go with your girlfriend, going out is hard right now, but if it's like Zooming with your girlfriends or shopping on, whatever it is that makes you happy, get in that place. Get in that place of joyful expectation. And if you can't get there, at least get your head off the bottom, all right? The bottom, like the very bottom, is fear, grief, despair, powerlessness. Then above that is insecurity, guilt, unworthiness, then jealousy, then rage, all of that. Okay? If you can at least, if you're down here, if you can at least get up here, even overwhelmed is like, whoo, halfway up the chart. Okay? So your job this week, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is number one, figure out where the hell you're vibing from. Figure out what your emotional state is on the daily. Investigate what you think your emotional state might look like if you had everything that you desire right now. And then start to choose a different thought and feeling, choose a different feeling to get yourself higher on the emotional scale, all right? I suggest that you print out the emotional scale and you check yourself on the daily. Where am I at? Okay, cool. How can I get at least a couple steps higher than where I'm at now? This is a process. This isn't like you're going to watch one coffee chat or read the law of attraction or read someone else's book or watch a seminar and everything's going to be easy and it's all going to be changed. That's the problem I have with a lot of the work that's out there. Here's the thing. It's work. Work. You have to do the work. It's difficult. It's hard. It's not impossible. You've got to do the work. You've got to do the work. When those thoughts that are low on the scale come over here and try to get your attention, it's your job to say, oh, I see you. I recognize you. I know you're from down here. No, thank you. Not today. Okay? Not today. That's your job. That's your mission, should you choose to accept it. All right. So, have a great week. Go visit theworkingsinglemom.com. Make sure you check out the Spotlight feature. If you want to nominate someone, please email us. You can find all of our contact information in the About section in the Contact Us section. And we will see you next Sunday morning, if not sooner. You guys have a great week. And we will, we'll say goodbye to we usually say goodbye to our podcasting audience first. So we will do that. And then we will say goodbye to the Facebook fam. You guys have a great week. Okay? Check your emotional state. Figure out where you're coming from. Important. We'll talk more about it. Go visit theworkingsinglemom.com. See you soon.